Okay, if we could bring this meeting to order, the Village of Villa Park, Village Board of Trustees, May 23rd, 2022. Clerk Kernicki, please call the roll.
Trustee Stilella?
Here.
Trustee Corkery?
Here.
Trustee Kozar?
Here.
Trustee Kumar?
Here.
Trustee Murphy?
Here.
Trustee Patrick?
Here.
President Kazone.
Here. We could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing afterwards. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together this evening. May we have meaningful discussions that will help us to assist our village in these trying times. Help us to make the decisions that will affect the staff, directors, and residents of Villa Park. Guide us through the challenges we face, and may we approach each other with respect and kindness as one group. In your name, amen. Okay, we are going to move on to item number 3, which is some presentations. We have some badge presentations for our fire department, newly promoted Lieutenant Eric Blaskovich, and the permanent appointment of firefighter paramedic Nick Pieta. And Chief Ron Rakosnik, come up and say a few words.
I'm going to stand over here, so I'm standing over here. Let's have Nick Pieta come up front first. Nick, just up into the front there. Right, just right there, right next. That's fine. Close enough. All right, so let me just talk about Nick Pieta briefly here. Nick joined the fire department about a year ago, April 2021. He successfully completed his probationary period April 19th. So after a one-year probationary period, which is usually a lot of intense training, he's got a booklet to fill out. He met all the standards that we require. He's been a great fit for us. So he has completed his probationary period, and he'll move on to permanent status. So Nick continues to be involved with various fire-related schools, classes. He's been a great kid. I can call him a kid because he's younger than my kids. We congratulate Nick on his permanent status, and I wish you many, many years of success here in the Villa Park Fire Department. Nick is joined with his mom tonight, Roberta, in the back, his sister, Lizzie. I said that right? Yeah. And his girlfriend, Jaleesa. I think I said that right. So can we, Nick, who's going to pin the badge on you? Sounds great. Just want to say thank you, Mom, and Nick, congratulations and continued success with the Villa Park Fire Department. Thank you very much. All right, the next badge pinning will have Eric Blaskovich, Lieutenant Eric Blaskovich. Okay, so Eric's a little bit older. Eric joined the Villa Park Fire Department in January of 2002, so about 20 years ago and 6 months or so. He was a member of our TRT team back a few years ago. Eric has earned many Office of State Fire Marshal certifications. I know at one point when I came here, he was a small tools tech. I believe he's still involved with that a little bit. He's also a member of the Westmont Fire Department. I know Chief Riley's in the back. Chief, thanks for being here. Good friend of mine. Joe Kay, used to work with him in Lombard. And I don't know who else is back there, but thanks, guys, for being here. Eric is here tonight with his wife, Stacy, his children, AJ, and AJ and Allison. Let me correct that. So come on up. I don't know who's going to do the pinning of the badge.
It's like the paparazzi here.
Just to let you know, he gets collar brass as well, being promoted to lieutenant, so his two children are pinning the badges on his collars, lieutenant badge. I want to say thank you to my wife and my kids for supporting me for the last 20 years, and thank you for allowing me to do the work that I do here for the Village of Villa Park, and thank you all to all my peers and family and friends. Thank you.
Do you want all of us?
I think so.
Yeah, you want them down there, right, Donnie? Yeah, right.
Wait, one more.
We're gonna switch off.
Oh, yeah. You're in. It's all you. I'm done.
Perfect, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Get in? No.
All right, I got one more presentation. This one's kind of tough for me. Mary Hornback, come on up. Just stand right here. I gotta say some words. So Mary's my administrative assistant. She's been with the village almost 25 years. When I came here in 2012, I had served 28 years or so in Lombard. I came here as a chief in 2012. Mary welcomed me with open arms. She was a big help to make me look good, to be honest with you. Keeps me organized, probably keeps me in line to some degree. But she's been a great asset to me, and it will not be forgotten. I'll remember her forever. Mary, we did a little bit of history on Mary today with Suzanne's help. In 2010 to 2012, Mary was the director and the educational chair of the Illinois Fire Service Administrators Professionals, IFSAP, that we call it. Mary has seen many changes in the fire service in Villa Park. When she was here, a lot of these guys were young. Maybe they weren't even here. She's seen them grow, age, get married, have children. It really is a unique job. I can tell you that. You see these people grow up, you see them have babies, and the next thing you know, where's Eric? Now his daughters are driving his new car. So it's just a great great family, the fire service, it really is. It's been really good to me for many, many years. Still here though. On Thursday, we're going to have a cake and coffee for Mary at Fire Station 81, which is down by Willowbrook High School, from 1 to 3. I hope you can make it. We'll have some more things to give Mary. Maybe she'll give a speech. But she's been really, and all kidding aside, she's been an asset to me. We've had a lot of fun. Some I can share, some I can't. But in any event, hope you can make it on Thursday. And the one last thing I almost forgot, Mary has been a car seat technician for the village for I don't know how many years, but she's probably helped out many, many families, new moms with the car seats for their car. And I know it does not go unnoticed. And me and the village, we thank you very, very much. So wish you happy next chapter in your life and good health. Thank you.
Hi, I just want to thank this board and past boards for giving me the opportunity to spend 24 years with these fabulous people. I mean, it's like a family. I've spent 24 years with some of them and seen them just grow up, have kids, get married. It's been the best part of my life. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief, and congratulations, Eric and Nick. Good luck to you guys in the future. And Mary, we're going to miss you. Okay, we will move on to item number 4, public comments on agenda items. Okay, anyone in the audience, public comments on agenda items? Okay, we'll move on to 5, amendments to the agenda. Anyone have any amendments they'd like to bring up? Okay, seeing none. Item 6A is a proclamation recognizing Historic Preservation Month. Whereas People Preserving Places is the theme for National Preservation Month, co-sponsored by the Villa Park Historical Preservation Commission and the Village of Villa Park, that celebrates and honors the past while looking forward to the future. And whereas the Village of Villa Park recognizes and is proud to have 2 national registered properties, nearly 85 buildings that have been historically recognized, and to locally designated historic landmark business district. And whereas it is important to celebrate the role of history in our lives and the contributions made by individuals who preserve the heritage that has shaped our village and us as a people. And whereas historic preservation is an effective tool for revitalizing neighborhoods, fostering local pride, maintaining community character, managing growth and sustaining development while enhancing livability. And whereas the public employees of the Village of Villa Park are committed to exhibiting the highest standards of professional excellence, creativity, skill, and customer service. And whereas historic preservation encourages community reinvestment, saving resources and promoting socially and culturally rich communities. And whereas historic preservation fosters a culture of reuse and life cycle conservation, which is environmentally sustainable and economical. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Nick Cazzone, Village President of Villa Park, do hereby recognize May 2022 as National Historic Preservation Month and proclaim May 2022 as Villa Park Historic Preservation Month, and call upon the people of Villa Park to join their fellow citizens across the United States in recognizing and participating in this special observance. And Carol, are you going to speak? Or? We have Carol Marcus. She is the
Chair
Commissioner.
of the Historic Preservation Commission.
Thank you.
And my other hat is I also am the president of the Villa Park Historical Museum. We have one award this evening. We had 4 applications that we haven't completed the research yet, which is very time consuming. And a lot of more people are interested in receiving plaques, but they don't want to do the research on it. Everybody wants a plaque. So tonight I want to present David and Christina Moxley with the Preservation Award. It designates the residence located at 618 East Highland Avenue. It's a craftsman bungalow built around 1925, known as the Truesdale House, and it's significant to its history and development of the village. The present owners are commended for their sensitive preservation and maintenance of an important structure that links the past and the future of Villa Park. I'm accepting their award, and this is their home. And the houses can tell, it's the people's story of Villa Park. People and houses make up the community and its heritage. Now this house started when the lots were subdivided. That section of town, the Villa Park subdivision, was a 1 acre property, and they sliced and diced it into 60 by 125 feet deep lots. Mr. Truesdale was the purchaser of the lot, and it took him like 3 or 4 or 5 years to build the house because he lived right around the corner on Oakland. As I was doing research, this family is a Scottish family, very, very, very established in Chicago, and I visited their grave sites, Queen of Heaven. There's all kinds of families that live in Villa Park, you know, so it's quiet, modest family, unpretentious, but again, it represents the story of these small-time houses and all that. The present owner did some color changes. They painted their house gray. They have yellow accents, and it's really nice. And that's the end of the presentation. I also want to talk about the historical. Oh, thank you very much for supporting historic preservation and the community and its heritage. We really appreciate it. The Villa Park Historical Museum has been open since April 1st, and all throughout the COVID season. We have no restrictions for coming in. We currently did a tour of the Brownies of Villa Park. 18 gals came in, and they knew more about the history than I did because their teachers instruct them on their history. And they were very well behaved and very well mannered, and the tour was extended. When I talk, you know, it's hard to pull me off. But we have the passport program. It was not in effect last year because of COVID, but Villa Park, what they do, you could get one of these in the museum, and they encourage you to visit the museums in Dupage County and Kane County and get your passport stamped, and there's an incentive for it. Visit 6 places and you get an opportunity for a drawing. So we've had a lot of activity on that. We've had several bicycle riders on tours and all that at the museum, and we also had some seniors from another community visit. But every time, it's really nice when you go to the museum, you kind of like don't make yourself known because there's docents there that lead tours. Everybody says, oh my gosh, Villa Park is such a beautiful community. We love the Prairie Path, we love the museum, we love the houses. So we kind of give it a plug, you know, but fortunately, there's, unfortunately or fortunately, there's not too many housing stock that's available because they go like this in Villa Park. So that's really all I have to say today, and I encourage everybody to research the home. I'm going to be giving a couple workshops at the museum, so if anybody wants to know how to start the process, where to get the form, it's on the website, but people rather get the piece of paper and take home and do the homework at home at their leisure time. So hopefully it'll be in a newspaper, or maybe I'll put it on the village website. But I think everybody should know who the former owners were and how their house came about, and some of the improvements that they made to the house. So, and meet their neighbors. So thank you very much.
Great. Thanks, Carol. Thanks for all your hard work. You know, it's a lot of work involved in it. Thank you. Okay, we will move on to item number 7A, the Sugar Creek Golf Course Administrative Board. We're putting Kent Johnson, the term June 1st, 2022 through April 30th, 2023. Because of the Sugar Creek Board, we alternate with Elmhurst. One year we'll have 4 people on the board. Elmhurst has 3. The next year Elmhurst has 4, we have 3. So this is our year to have 4, so Kent Johnson will be going on that board. So can we have a motion for this, for Kent Johnson? Trustee Patrick.
Mr. President, I'd like to make that motion.
Okay. Second, anyone? Trustee Kumar? I will second that motion. Okay. Any questions or comments? Okay, Clerk Kornecki.
Trustee Corkery?
Yes.
Trustee Kozar?
Yes.
Trustee Salela?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Patrick?
Yes.
Trustee Kumar?
Yes.
President Kazal?
Yes. We'll go on to the consent agenda. Item 8A, minutes from the May 9th, 2022 Village Board meeting. Item 8B, minutes from the special meetings of the Village Board of Trustees held on May 10th, May 13th, May 16th, and May 18th, 2022. And item 8C, the bill listing for the weeks of May 9th and May 16th, 2022, in the total amount of $758,427.10. Do we have a motion? Trustee Murphy.
Yes, I'll make that motion.
Okay, do we have a second? Trustee Corkery?
I'll second.
Okay, any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, Clerk Kornecki.
Trustee Patrick?
Yes.
Trustee Kumar?
Yes.
Trustee Salela?
Yes.
Trustee Kozar?
Yes.
Trustee Corkery?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
President Kazal?
Yes. Okay, item 8A is a first reading of an ordinance to be codified. It's an ordinance amending section 3-313A of the Municipal Code of the Village of Villa Park to increase the maximum number of licenses permitted under the Class D1 liquor license. Now, this is a case of where there's a change in ownership, so we will increase the D1, but then decrease, the former owner will be off the license, so there's a net 0 on this one. Seeing as it's a first reading, if anyone wants to make a motion to waive the second, or just like to move on? Trustee Corkery, make the motion to waive the second. Trustee Kumar? Second, okay. Any comments? Clerk Kornecki.
Okay, Trustee Kozar?
Since I have a liquor license, I'm going to recuse myself.
Thank you. Trustee Salela?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Patrick?
Yes.
Trustee Corkery?
Yes.
Trustee Kumar?
Yes.
President Kazal?
Yes. Okay, so then can we have a motion on the ordinance itself? Trustee Kumar.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, the second? Trustee Corkery? Any questions or comments? Okay, Clerk Kornecki.
Trustee Salela?
Yes.
Trustee Patrick?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Corkery?
Yes.
Trustee Kumar?
Yes.
Trustee Kozar?
Again, since I have a liquor license, I'm recusing myself.
Thank you. President Kazal?
Yes. Okay, so that passes, so they'll be able to get their license. Okay, item 9B is an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, amending the water rates. Andrew Greer.
Yes. First, I'd like to apologize. I noticed on the agenda, while technology is great, you sometimes savings and edits do not take. So the description on the agenda is incorrect. The memo and the ordinances and the rate structure attached are correct, but for some reason it appears that to save time, I in full disclosure, I copied a previous ordinance to bring over, and the edits did not save. But in that regards, the ordinance that we bring before the board tonight is an ordinance to modify our rates for our water. The village received notice from the Dupage Water Commission that they are raising the rates 4.2%, or 21 cents per 1,000 gallons, that started on May 1st of 2022. And then that was in response to Chicago raising their rates 5%. The cost increase is too great for us to absorb in our current rate structure. Therefore, previously we've passed this rate increase on, and the ordinance set forth is to incorporate this rate increase into the rate structure that's already passed in the ordinances that the board approved in 2021.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, do we have a motion? Again, this is first reading, so we use discussion only unless someone wants to make a motion to waive second reading.
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Salela, anyone second on that? Okay, so no second, so we will not waive our second reading. Any discussion on this? Trustee Corkery.
How many cents per 1,000 gallons do you say it'll be going up?
It'll be 21 cents.
Going up 21 cents?
Correct.
Trustee Kumar.
So for the average household, in Villa Park, what do you think the cost of the bill
The cost increase is, I believe, approximately $1.11 for the average household due to that cost increase.
And this is unfortunate, but this is coming directly from Chicago. They can do whatever they want on their rates, and I think they're looking for money, so
No,
it's unfortunate, you know.
But it's good for people to know how much their bill is gonna go up, more than the actual dollar amount. A lot of people like to know,
Yeah.
okay,
I don't know, the average, what, you threw about 4,000 gallons a month?
Correct,
Average,
yeah. So based on our average that we've calculated for our rate study, it is $1.11
cents
would be
more,
the,
yeah.
per month
So
would be the increase.
It's under $5 more a month, you know, at least people know there's a range, at least they feel comfortable at.
Okay. Okay, we'll move on to item 9C. It's an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, Dupage County, Illinois, prohibiting the use of groundwater as a potable water supply by the installation or use of potable water supply wells or by any other method. Dr. Carrera.
Thank you. Let me pull this up. This is previously the village board approved this request from EPS Environmental Services for the groundwater ordinance on October 11th of 2021. This is to fulfill the obligations of the Illinois Protection Agency Site Remediation Program to obtain a no further remediation letter for the soil and groundwater contamination related to the property located at 621 East Wildwood Avenue, currently owned by 621 Wildwood LLC. This is a revised ordinance that prohibits the use of groundwater as a supply of potable water through the installation or use of private potable water supply wells, with the revisions to that was required by the IEPA, or the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. Obviously, staff recommends the approval of this ordinance.
Thank you. Again, this is first reading, unless someone wants to waive the second reading. Okay. Just as a matter of information here, this is my company, EPS Environmental, so I will recuse myself from the final vote when it comes up. And this is similar to another ordinance that we had passed last year for another environmental company, and the Illinois EPA came back with some changes that they wanted made, some verbiage changes. So the ordinance itself, the guts of it really isn't changing. It's just a little bit of verbiage in there that is changing. Okay, we will move on to item number. Oh, I'm sorry. Trustee Scorpion.
This is a different property than the one we approved the last ordinance.
Correct, the one that we had to make the changes for. Yeah. Okay, item number 10, public comments on non-agenda items. Clerk Konecki, anyone signed up?
Yes, Bob Wagner has a couple items he wants to bring up.
Thank you. Bob Wagner, I'm here representing the Village's Environmental Concerns Commission. I'm here along with Leslie Allison, CI, from the Community Focus on Uniting Neighbors Commission. And we wanted just to come this evening just to give a little preliminary report on Spring Sweep, which occurred last Saturday. This was our fourth Spring Sweep, and I think we can say it was successful. We had 353 cars go through. That may be a slight undercount, since some cars went through before we started.
Because they were so excited.
They were so excited to attend, to get rid of their items. 9 of those were from non-residents, and of course we did collect a $20 fee for non-residents for electronics and for paper shredding. And we kind of got off to a little bit of a rocky start, but we recovered our balance, and then we were favored by the Almighty with a little rain at the end, but it didn't dampen our spirits. We carried on. So I'm going to let Leslie give you some of the stats we have. We don't have all the stats by any means, but we do have some preliminary numbers.
Thank you, Bob. So I can start by saying I really would like to give a shout out to one very special young lady, trustee Deepa Kumar's daughter was out there. She was our clicker, so we know that count is pretty accurate. And I thanked her for coming out that day and standing in the rain with us. And I said, I know you had to be here because your mom is a trustee. And she said, no, actually, my mom didn't even know I was going to be here. I dragged my mom here. So I just want to say thank you. What a great job. So some of the yes. Here's our first look at what came in. On batteries, we have 34 automotive and marine and motorcycle batteries came in. We got 21 fire extinguishers. Flat Can told us they doubled their numbers this year. They were thrilled, and they came in with 112 cans. 14 bikes went to working bikes. Those bikes, by the way, are going overseas and will be sent to villages where we have impoverished people that are looking for ways to make a living. And this gives them an opportunity to either bike to a nearby town and find another way to make a living, or take their goods from their villages and move that around. So I wanted people to know that when you come to this event, you're not just getting rid of your garbage, or what you consider garbage, is a treasure to a lot of other people. And these things are finding a new home and in many cases a new life. So it's pretty cool. We got 10 US flags that came in. We got 19 boxes. Scarce got 19 boxes of books, 2 boxes of school supplies, and 4 boxes of ink cartridges. And those are our early numbers. We'll have more for you as the rest of the results come in. But thank you, Villa Park. We did it, and we'll do it again next year. You guys were awesome. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, Leslie.
Yeah, and I just want to quickly just thank the volunteers that Leslie mentioned. Of course, Niraja was there, Trustee Kumar's daughter. President Kuzon was there in his paper shredding station. I want to thank Trustee Murphy for being there the entire day. We had part-time Officer Cash, who helped control traffic. We had 2 CERT members. Al Stash was one of them. I'm very proud of our commission, as I know Leslie is. We had our entire commission at the event, so I'm really proud of them. We also had 3 members of District 1J Motorcycle Lions Club, which Commissioner Schlensky is a member of. And so it was a great community event. It unifies the community. It's an opportunity for the community to show pride. And one of the things that the vendors say that they like about the event is it's an opportunity to network with other groups. We had a new group this year, Soccer Gear for Zambia. I don't know how much they collected, but other groups that were there had a chance to interact with them and learn about what they're doing. So it was a great event, and we thank the village for support, and we're looking to improve and kind of learn from maybe our mistakes this year. So thanks very much.
Great. Thanks, Bob. Nice job. You guys did a great job again this year. Thank you. Can I get anyone else sign up?
No. Oh, well, Cheryl's coming up.
I didn't get a chance to ask this before, but you're not going to vote on it right away anyway. Back to the water thing, that $1.11 is a total. It's not an add-on, right? Because the reading in it was a little deceiving. Because the original was 75 cents, and then the description said it was going to be $1.11 onto it. We're speaking of $1.11 totally for the increase, not an increase added on to the $1.75, correct?
So the rate structure will be increased by 21 cents.
Okay, so yeah, it was a little deceiving, and people were like, is that an additional $1.11 added on to it? And when you were describing it, I wanted to make it clarify that no, it's not an additional, it's just 21 cents added
Well,
on
it's
to
21
there.
cents per 1,000 gallons.
Right,
Yeah.
understand, but it originally was 75 cents per 100 gallons, and now it read $111, and it was a little deceiving as that an additional $1.11 per gallon on, and people were a little confused on that. The other question is, they had a question, can Chicago still come back in this year and ask for more money, or is this a year contract?
So our contract is actually with DuPage Water Commission.
Right.
So the rates are set by DuPage Water Commission, and then their contract is with the city of Chicago. So I'm not aware of how the exact conditions of their contract with Chicago. I'd say my understanding is typically set at once a year, and those rates are good for 12 months, as that's usually our contract with DuPage Water Commission. Is usually on an annual basis of May 1st, those rates are set.
And the last question is, the things that weren't covered that you missed it on, they weren't part of this script or the group that came in earlier, will those be added on this year, or you're not anticipating they're gonna hit, like the SCSC treatment charge that was not part of the original deal? There was a couple of them added on to that. There won't be, because I know it's a 5-year plan. So there's some things that will come along in the 5-year for the project. But we're not anticipating any of those other additions to come in this year, correct, to add on to that water bill?
That's correct. So our 2021 rate study, we looked at rates needed for the operations for the Village of Villa Park, including our capital improvement plan. So what water projects we have scheduled to be improved. So we set our rates based on that. We did a little bit of forecasting, but when we did that rate study, unfortunately, DuPage Water Commission and the City of Chicago didn't forecast too much of a rate increase. And unfortunately, it gets passed along to us. I mean, and the 21 cents is too large for us to absorb in our rate structure, and that's why we have to pass it along. So we are still planning to, I believe you're probably talking about some of the improvements that we were still planning to do, such as the water meter system upgrades and replacing water meters. We are systematically this year and the next probably 5 to 6 years, systematically replacing water meters throughout the community to bring them up to speed. We do have some major water improvements. So this is just the pass on for us to buy our water from the DuPage Water Commission.
Correct.
And so it's
There-
21 cents
I
per
know
thousand.
There was in there not covered the repayment of Plymouth. There was a couple other things listed in there.
Yeah, that's all included in our overall plan that was
That's the
presented in
overall
21-20.
plan, correct.
Yeah.
That's not any additions, because it said it wasn't including in that system. But those are not going to be additions that we're going to see on the
Those were
water
already
bill this
accounted
year.
for in our rate structure that we
On
presented.
the rate structure. Okay,
last year.
thank you.
Wagner,
Yep.
2 items.
Thank you. I just wanted to inquire about the Regional Climate Action Plan. Back on May 9th, we had Edith Macra from the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus come and speak, and it was my understanding that a resolution regarding the Regional Climate Action Plan would be brought before the board for consideration. Obviously, it's not on tonight's agenda. Just wanted to find out when that will be on a future agenda.
Yeah, it was my understanding that the board wished to kind of convene maybe a committee and kind of review that, and because there's some considerations and what we want to proceed was my understanding. I know I talked to Edith last Thursday at a conference, but I think it's forthcoming probably in June that we would have that resolution ready for the board's consideration.
In June. Okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay. Item 11, Village Clerk's Report.
I just have one item, just a reminder that there will be a SALT meeting in June for the Senior Concerns Commission will be working with the SALT meeting that's with the officer in charge. We're doing the lunch, and that'll be on June 8th. That's just a heads up for the senior community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
President Anderson?
Yes.
The 2 gentlemen in the back, I think, wanted to comment on non-agenda items.
Good evening, board. My name is Ravi Patel, and
I'm Vyomesh Desai.
we both own 7-Elevens in the village. I have one on North Sunset and Addison Road, and his is on Villa Avenue. We're here today to kind of talk to you guys about maybe bringing in gaming into our locations. It's something that's 7-Eleven is now allowing franchisees to do. There's a surrounding villages that have gaming in their 7-Elevens, Oak Brook Terrace, Downers Grove, Lombard, a few others. So something new for us. We don't really know much about it, so we're kind of here just to kind of talk to you guys and see what we can do to kind of bring that stuff in. A few months ago, you guys approved me for my full liquor license, so I want to thank you for that. It's actually doing really well at my location, so thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, he's been a business owner for past 14 years. I've been same location, a business owner for 13 years. So we appreciate whatever village has done for us. But with current condition of business, with COVID, employee shortages, supply shortages, it's getting kind of hard for us to kind of grow. And with surrounding villages allowing gaming, and whereas we are at disadvantage, and we do see a little bit of our traffic is going to those stores because they're not far from here. And yeah, I mean, so we just want board to kind of consider, we have a prime of interest in village of Villa Park, but we do see new businesses, they've gotten a gaming license, and they're doing better. So we just request if there's any possibility. So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, and I don't know, I think we may have talked in the past, in order to get a gaming license, you have to have a pour liquor license, meaning you're actually going to serve alcohol in the store. We had a liquor store that requested that, and I think the general feeling of, and I had talked to the board about it, I think that the board is not really in favor of that. I know residents are not real in favor of it. The comments that I get from residents are we have enough gaming in the town. Now we do, new places like restaurants will open up possibly, and then, they'll have a bar and then an area for gaming. It's just, I think the board, and, I can speak about it tonight, but I think the majority of the board and majority of residents don't really want to see a pour license at a 7-Eleven. Having people come in there drinking, not that they would have to drink, but you would have the ability to drink in a 7-Eleven. And I just don't think that that's real conducive for safety, and I don't talk to the police chief about that, and I don't think the police are real in favor of that either. And I don't know, Chief, if you want to bring anything up on that, but it's just not real conducive, I think, to having a pour license at a 7-Eleven.
This time, it would require further research.
Yeah. I mean, we can discuss it again on, with the board. I can bring it up again.
But I understand your concern, but you can look at other. I think in Illinois, we have about close to 15 to 20 7-Eleven that has, obviously gaming is only to the store that has beer, wine, and liquor.
Well, but you have to be able to pour. It has to.
Yeah, I understand. I'm also part of 7-Eleven franchise board. We have about 200 7-Eleven members, and we don't even have had even a single issue with pouring license with those stores. So I just want to put it out there.
Okay. I mean, I'm willing to, we can research it a little bit more. We can check with the surrounding towns and see how that's going. Okay. Like I say, the comments that I've gotten from residents are, they really don't want to see that, but. It's something the board we can look at that, and do some research on it. Like the chief said, we'll do some research and, give us some time and we'll take a look at it.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate it.
So
Thank you so much for your time.
Could you please sign in
Sure.
since you're there? Thank you.
Okay. Item 12, Village Trustees Report. We'll start with Trustee Kumar today.
Well, it is true that my daughter dragged me out, basically to bring her a coat, at the spring sweep, but when I got there, it was a lovely, lovely occasion. Wonderful volunteers who were there rain and shine, and they did a wonderful, wonderful job. I was sad to leave when I left. So it was just a beautiful occasion altogether. It really speaks to Villa Park and what it stands for, and I think that's an important consideration. I was touched today to see the firemen receive their badges. It was a beautiful. I was even more touched by Chief Rogoznik's description of Mary and all she's done for the village. So thank you, Mary. And that's it for today.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Corkery?
No report today.
Okay, Trustee Murphy?
No report, thank you.
Okay. Trustee Patrick?
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. The Villa Park Cable Commission has a new show out. It is called Now You Know with Leslie Ellison, CI. A few episodes have already been published. You could find them on the Village's YouTube channel. So far, the first episodes covered a local celebrity and comedian and actor, Matt Cassane. The second episode was with Tony Odo and Michael Anthony's Pizza, celebrating their 20th anniversary here in Villa Park. The third episode was Villa Park's none other than our Fire Chief, Ron Rogoznik. And this Wednesday, we'll be filming our fourth episode at Corner Store Bookstore right in Villa Park. Again, you can watch those episodes on YouTube. You can find that on the Village website, Village YouTube website. Also, Comcast Channel 6 and AT&T Uverse 99 on those channels. They are running there constantly. Another, I would like to give a shout out to School District 48. They had the end of the year concert. And especially Mr. Babiars, who conducted all the kids doing their concert. It was a really good job. And lastly, just thank you again to our police and fire, our first responders out there keeping us safe at home. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Kozar?
So our last P&Z meeting, there was two topics on there which I think the communities should be interested in. One is Ardmore Flats. It's a new development going up on the, let's see, that would be the west side of basically Ardmore and Park. You can find the planning and zoning meeting online. There's a YouTube video on it. The other thing that was discussed at that P&Z was some certain text amendments that are going to be coming this way. So just wanted to bring that to the attention of anybody that's maybe watching this this meeting, so that they can go to the planning and zoning from, was it last Thursday or a week Thursday previous, and check that out. Secondly, the board, I want to just commend the board. They've been working really hard at trying to find a new manager for our village. A lot of efforts being put in, so we're working diligently. I think some news will come from that here shortly, but I wanted to thank everybody on the board for putting in the extra time. There have been special meetings just about every other day, every 2 days, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, where we've gotten together for 1 to 4 hours trying to, talk these things through. So just know that we're working on it, and we're going to get back to you very shortly. And then I had a question that maybe the interim manager could answer, but the two gentlemen that were referring to the gaming, what is the share of revenue that Villa Park gets from gaming? Do you know?
I'll have to look into that and get back to you, Trustee Kozar.
Yeah, I don't mean like a dollar figure, but is it, so a third goes to the proprietor, a third goes to the state, I believe, and is it a third that goes to the municipality? If you don't know offhand, I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
I do not know that offhand. I can have to look at their code to see how we have it set up in the state statute, because I think I'm assuming, I'd have to look at it.
Yeah, I believe
there's
it's
different
a
fees
third,
that can be
a
associated.
third to the
with it.
proprietor, a third to the company that owns the gaming machines, and then a third to the state, and then the state kicks back a portion to the municipality. But, okay.
I will look into that and
Thank you.
respond to you.
That's all I have.
Okay. Trustee Solella?
No report this evening.
Okay. We'll go to the President's Report. A couple things. Monday, a week from today is Memorial Day, a very solemn day where we remember all those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. It looks like the VFW will have a Memorial Day celebration, 10:30 a.m. at Cortese. I believe that's correct.
If it rains, it will be.
Yeah, if it rains, it will be held at VFW Hall, so it'll be a good time to come out and give your condolences to those that paid the ultimate price. So Monday, May 30th, 10:30 a.m. at Cortese. Last Thursday, Chief Koznick and I attended a meeting held by District 88. It was for local realtors, and I think they had probably about 70 realtors from the area there, and Villa Park, Lombard, District 88, District 45, all gave information about what's going on in the village, what's going on with the school districts, and it was very well attended and very well taken. I guess I got an email today from Danny Brink. She was the one from District 88 that put it on, and some very good comments from the realtors, wishing that other towns would do that too. So it was very well taken, and thank you, Chief, for being there with me. And Love Your Neighbor Day is going to be held again this year. It's going to be on September 17th, 2022. I just received an email today from Doris. She's the one that puts that on, and we will have more information at future meetings. But September 17th will be Love Your Neighbor Day, and we'll get some information out to everyone. And with that, we'll go to the village manager.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do have some good news. Starting this Friday, the railroad crossing at Addison and North, the northbound lanes will be closed for them to make the repairs along that crossing. I know we've received several complaints on that, and staff has been working very hard with Canadian National to get that repaired. So this Friday, I plan to use an alternate route if you travel northbound on Addison Road. I believe message board signs will be going out tomorrow morning to inform the traffic, and we do have like social media posts and code reds being set to remind everyone. But that should get repaired and hopefully make that ride a lot smoother.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all I have.
That's it? Okay, good. Item 15, executive session. Pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2 regarding C1, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of a specific employee of the public body. C2, collective negotiating matters between the village and its employees or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employee. And C11, litigation when action against, affecting, or on behalf of the village has been filed, or when action is probably and imminent. Do we have a motion to go to executive session? Trustee Kumar?
I will make that motion.
Do we have a second? Trustee Patrick?
I'll second that.
Okay. Clerk Konecki?
Okay, Trustee Kozar?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Corkery?
Yes.
Trustee Patrick?
Yes.
Trustee Sillella?
Yes.
Trustee Kumar?
Yes.
President Cassell?
Yes. And with that, we will go to executive session. We will adjourn our meeting from executive session. So our next meeting will be June 13th. But everyone have a great Memorial Day weekend, the kickoff to the summer, and looks like it's going to be a good one. So thank you.